Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are somewhat coping. If you're not a Chelsea fan, you're probably loving life right now. I can't believe what Chelsea have turned into, what it's looking like, how we are. This is crazy, to be honest. I didn't expect it to get to this point. I'm seeing Arsenal fans trolling us. You know, it does really feel like the tables have turned. And if you're a Chelsea fan, I hope you're all right. I hope you're all right. The last 48 hours have been insane. And the last 24 hours have actually been a little bit more crazier than what we saw on Saturday. Why? Now, I didn't give you a video yesterday. I think it's safe to say the fallout of that game on Saturday hit everyone hard. So there wasn't really much to even discuss yesterday. It was a matter of just hoping that you were going to make it to tomorrow. Which for those of you watching today, you have. And can I say, first and foremost, because that brings me on to something. I didn't mention it on Saturday because of the game and the moment. But we have to pay our respects to Christian Atsu, who unfortunately did lose his life in that earthquake in Turkey and was found lifeless, unfortunately. So he has been taken back to Ghana, where I'm sure he'll be buried in Ghana. And my commiserations go out to his family, his friends, his kids. It's sad, especially with the first story that we'd heard where he was saved and it turned out to not be true. And then, they found him, unfortunately, and he has passed away. So I didn't say it on Saturday. I think it's right we dedicate at least a little bit of space on a video here to pay our respects to Christian Atsu, who unfortunately lost his life. So again, my condolences go out to his family, his kids, his wife, his friends, and all of those that knew him. Let's get cracking. Now, on the back of what happened on Saturday, we knew that on Sunday that the team would have a day off. How does it normally work? It normally works where the day after a game, everyone has a day off. Completely normal. No issues with that. You expect everyone to show up first thing Monday morning, right? First thing Monday, I want you at work. I want you at work, especially after Saturday. Absolutely abysmal display from all of you, right? You deserve punishment for a display like that. I want all of you first thing Monday morning, no one late. Because if you're late, bad things are going to happen. That's how you would normally expect to hear things in any organisation in the world. And even at Chelsea Football Club, if I recall correctly, even Thomas Tuchel decided to bring players back to training the day after a game. Not even having a day off, the day after. I want you at training. You're not having a day off. You're not having a day off. There are no days off. Playing like that, there's no days off, right? Cool. So what do we hear? We hear that today, no one's coming to work. You all get another day off. Everyone has another 2 days off. You all have 2 days off, right? You get Sunday off and you get Monday off because what you done on Saturday was so beautiful that you deserve another day off, right? You deserve another day off. Forget the fact that we've got until Sunday to play Tottenham, right? Have another day off. Have another day off. We don't need to use up that time to actually try and work out what the hell's going on in training and try and come to a solution. Have a day off. Stay at home. Some people are going to praise that and go, their headspace. They need to... I'm sorry, they're not getting paid minimum wage. These ballers are getting paid substantial amounts of money, putting on a performance like that. Now we know, to be honest, I wouldn't put the blame on all the players. Let's be real here. Graham Potter is clearly the main culprit now, isn't he? So if you're the manager, you have to try and find a solution with these lads. Don't waste time. Then again, just as I thought it couldn't get any lower, we decide to lose to bottom of the league managerless Southampton, so it can't get worse, to be honest. You prepare as much as you want, right? Let's be real. We got to play Tottenham, who yesterday looked decent. So there's that. Let me give you the latest, because the lads were having days off. Things have been happening. So let me show you what the hell went down today, because a lot went down today. A lot, and I've got something to say that I think is going to hit a nerve here for the English media, because let's get cracking. This is where it all started this morning. Chelsea's hierarchy will continue to back Graham Potter, who was given a 5-year deal. The next 3 games provide an opportunity for Potter's relationship with the fans to improve. also goes on to say, a small sample of 10 Chelsea followers spoken to by The Athletic outside Stamford Bridge, not one of them wanted him to stay in charge any longer. Why am I not surprised? I find this absolutely mind-boggling. This is another confirmation from The Athletic where it says, Chelsea will continue to back Potter. The next 3 games provide an opportunity to improve the relationship with the fans, as well as the 10 fans that they spoke to outside of Stamford Bridge. Let me Todd Bowley, Egbali, welcome to football, right? Welcome to football. Let me explain to you how it works at Chelsea Football Club. So once the fans are gone, they're gone. It's over. It's over. Southampton crossed the line. How many games have many fans been saying, this is a must-win? This is a must-win. I've said it myself. This is a must-win. And then we don't. Like, the next one is a must-win. And then we don't. And then it's like, nah, okay, no, we've got to be serious now, right? This is a must. It's a must-win. Although if we draw, I guess it's not the end of the world. Southampton was the must-win. Like, that's it. It's... I was going to hit that like I was hitting a wall. It's hit a wall. There is no more. That was the must-win. And we didn't just draw, we lost. We flipping lost to a bottom-of-the-league manager of the Southampton that actually dominated us for a half. I mean, it's mind-boggling. That's it. It's broken. It's like when you get a vase, right? And you smash it. Try and put the pieces back together. It's not happening. It's gone. It's gone. Sweep it all up and throw it away. Get another vase in. In this case, get another gaffer in. It's done. So try and think that the next 3 games are going to improve the relationship with the fans is dreamland. But I can understand why the owners have done it. Because they've put themselves in a situation here. They have put themselves in a situation here. The fact that, and I said this on All You Can Eat Chelsea when we done an emergency episode on Saturday night, and I don't think I've mentioned it here, have I? Have I mentioned it here? I don't think I have. I didn't do a video yesterday. So, how much was Graham Potter getting at Brighton? Or did I mention that? I don't know. I'm going to say it again, just for the sake of it. £1.75 million base, $2 million over a year overall. He was getting at Brighton, thus bonuses included. $2 million a year. He was getting at Brighton. We paid Brighton £20 million to take him and his staff as compensation to bring them to Chelsea. Then we give him a £12 million a year, 5-year contract worth £60 million. Now, if we sack him, we've got to pay him £60 million and we've got to pay his staff £20 million or £22 million, I think, total for everyone in his staff to get paid and leave along with Graham Potter. Which means that if we sack Graham Potter, we've got to fork out £82 million on top of the 20 we've already given to Brighton to hire him in the first place. It's insane. It's insanity. This is why, from the get-go, I had a problem with $12 million a year for 5 years. I don't know if we were trying to work with FFP on a manager level as well, just like we do with the players, where we amortise all the flipping salaries across a 10-year contract. I don't know if we were trying to do that with Graham Potter as well, but that's ludicrous. The man was getting paid $2 million a year. Offer him 5. Thomas Tuchel was on 7. Was he on 7 or 8? 8, somewhere there. How are you giving Potter 12? He earns more than Eric Ten Hag. Ten Hag's on 9. And look at Ten Hag's job, by the way. Can I just say, look at Ten Hag. That's a manager that you back. That's a manager that you look at and go, okay, now we can go with a process here. Yeah, let's ride with a process. Even if Man United lose the next 2 games, it's fine. This is what I'm saying. I'm not saying win every week. If we were in Man United situation now, where we win, we maybe draw, we lose, we win, we lose a couple, we win, we draw. It happens. That's normal. I've not got a problem with that at all, right? When you lose, draw, win. Lose, draw, win. Lose, draw, lose. That's untenable. But Ten Hag, you can see, when United scored yesterday, right? What did he do? And you could see the clips, and I've retweeted it on Twitter. Link in the description, by the way. You could see he calls over Dalot. The lads are celebrating. Calls over Dalot. Tactical instruction. Gives him instruction. Tells him what he's got to do. The lads are celebrating a goal. He's not thinking that. He's thinking, I need to get my point across. He has a plan. He knows what he's doing. Graham Potter. Kai. I mean, it says it speaks volumes. It speaks volumes. So, the fact that we don't know where this is going, how can you back it? With form like this, how can you back it? Anyway, let me show you more. Because it doesn't end there. 12 million a year, 5-year deal. But that's why the owners are I'm sure, hesitant. They know that this is going to affect financial fair play for them. Because that goes off the books. That's like we've just made a transfer. It's like we've bought someone for 82 million if we decide to sack Graham Potter. And you can't spread that over each year and cut it into pieces. That's going to be 82 million slap bang in the middle. So the owners have put themselves in a pickle here, which is why I think he's not getting sacked anytime soon, unless if it absolutely needs to be done, which we've already understood it absolutely needs to, but they're the ones that's going to be affected in terms of the money. So let me show you more. Senior sources insist there have been a number of instances of Potter becoming upset and having tough conversations with players in the dressing room and during meetings. Potter is described as being intense at Cobham, and there are no fears over his mentality. Wow. Feeling inside Chelsea, Potter needs at least one pre-season. He was brave to take the Chelsea job. Sources noted how top managers don't take jobs mid-season and that Chelsea took a risk. I'm sorry, is this admitting that you got everything wrong then? What is the fact that... Alright, so the first thing that he's getting praised for is technically doing his job, which is to have tough conversations and to apparently be upset and to not be, so nice and to have those conversations in the dressing room and during meetings and you're being intense at Cobham. The problem isn't that. The problem is if you are having that intensity, is it getting translated onto the pitch? Are the players picking it up? This isn't a case of losing 1, 2, 3 or 4, 5 players. At the moment, it's looking like the entire flipping squad are not paying attention. That means you've lost to the dressing room, mate. That's the whole point. It's absolutely insane. And then we start hearing that, oh no, we've got to give Potter a pre-season. We got to give him the benefit of the doubt. It was brave to take the Chelsea job. It wasn't brave taking the Chelsea job. It was an absolute non-negotiable answer to take the Chelsea job. He got offered 12 million a year for 5 years. You offered me that. If a football club came and offered me that, and I'm at Brighton, and I get a top club coming in, Champions League, 12 million a year, and I'm on 2, see you later, lads. I am gone. I am gone. Why? Just like players, managers think about their futures, their families, being able to just be set for life. And the CV. Regardless of what happens, Graham Potter has Chelsea on his CV. Now he has the next job to actually make amends for what's going on right now because it's not going well, just like Lampard had to do the same, and it's not worked out for Lamps either. But this is a sticky situation because he wasn't doing well. I've heard Brighton fans telling me they weren't happy with Graham Potter, but apparently we are. He wasn't doing disaster at Brighton now, was he? I mean, it wasn't great towards the end. Brighton fans will tell you that. But it was somewhat, you could deal with it. You could deal with it. And I feel like he was at a level where he was comfortable enough and he had enough, let's say, authority to be able to do what he wanted to do. Enough space, enough time, right? Without any massive repercussions. If it wasn't Chelsea coming in for Brighton, he would still be Brighton manager and De Zerbi would not be there. But the fact that they did end up getting De Zerbi and now they're happier than they were under Potter speaks volumes. Brighton fans have been speaking lately as well about Graham Potter. Go and hear what they have to say. Let's just say they're on the same wavelength as us and they understand where we're coming from. But it's a non-negotiable weight. It's 12 million a year. Of course you're going to be going. So to give him praise, I will say it's brave to take the Chelsea job. No, it wasn't. For me, that's PR. That from Matt Law was complete PR. And that top managers don't take jobs mid-season. That's because top managers are normally in a job. A top job as well. We bought him out with a contract that he couldn't say no to. He could say no to. He'd be insane to say no to that. Let's be real. So, have to make that clear. Now, this is where it gets interesting. This is where it gets very, very interesting. Check this out. Tuchel's complaints after the Arsenal match in pre-season did not go down well. Potter's style suits the approach of the owners far better. Those with knowledge said, current feeling is to fight through this period. Okay. I wonder what that is. I wonder why Tuchel's complaints after the Arsenal match in pre-season didn't go down well. I think he bloody knew well what was going on. Look at the season that we've had so far. I think he was foretelling things. I think he was trying to tell you, listen, this is not going to go well. And if it does, the best that I can do is maybe keep us in the top 4. Which right now we are so far from. It's unbelievable. But I've got something to show you that's going to blow your minds. It's going to blow your minds. Let's actually start off with this, and I'm going to show you to the other mind-blowing point. Check this out. Aubameyang being left out of the Champions League squad and not being selected for the last 3 games was a decision taken in collaboration with the Chelsea board. Absolutely insane. The Champions League stuff I can understand, because even then some people were saying no, we should have included Aubameyang. But I understand with Felix, Mudryk and Enzo Fernandez, there's space for them 3. And that's it. We can't have Aubameyang with them. Fair enough. I understand that. But for a Premier League game, the last one against Southampton where we needed another striker, right? Fofana's there, cool. But what harm does it do having Aubameyang on the bench? Instead, we've got Gallagher sitting there, no problem. Have Aubameyang on the bench, who knows? And we haven't even tried Aubameyang with this new lineup on midfield. We haven't tried him with Felix and Mudryk and Enzo and all these guys, Madueke. We've not tried, who knows, it might work. Aubameyang being left out, not just the Champions League, but not being selected for the last 3 league games, was a decision taken in collaboration with the Chelsea board. Why are the Chelsea board interfering with squad selection? It's got nothing to do with them. Squad selection is the gaffer. It's the manager only. And that goes back to the point that I mentioned about Thomas Tuchel. And it goes back to this. Why Tuchel's complaints after the Arsenal match in pre-season didn't go down well. I wonder why. Because Tuchel's the sort of guy where he'll tell you exactly what's wrong, exactly what's not working, what player shouldn't be picked, what he needs, what player should be picked, and you ain't telling him to go and do something else. You're not going to tell him, by the way, don't play that guy. Who in the blue hell are you? Why pay me then? Why am I here? I'm the manager or I'm the coach. I'm the one that's got to pick. You do it then. I'll go. See you later. Instead, Graham Potter willingly accepts, no problem, collaborate with the Chelsea board to agree to drop Aubameyang. He can't make that decision himself, or he just allows the board to, dictate. You can pick the team too as well. I mean, I'm looking forward to the Spurs game then. I wonder what's going to happen. Is Todd Bowley and them lot actually going to pick the squad? Are they going to pick the starting 11? Or is it going to be Graham Potter? Unbelievable. It goes back to the point that I'm seeing now and I'm leaning towards, is that this new ownership decided to get someone in that was going to fit with exactly how they like to work with things, exactly how they like to run things, which is just to have someone that's not going to kick up a fuss, someone that's not going to say no, someone that's going to be very calm, very passive, that's going to accept, that's going, even if they disagree, they might get their point that they might disagree, but then with time, they'll just go along with it. Yeah, okay, we'll do as you say, sir. No problem, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Do you need anything else, sir? Okay, sir, I'll be over there, sir. Bye, sir. That's basically what they wanted, it seems. And Tuchel's not that guy. Graham Potter very much looks like it. Anyway, we have more. We're not done. This is a long video. We're not done. Let's get into this. Sources at Cobham also claim that training, which has been watched by Bowley and Agbali on a number of occasions, and analysis has been excellent under Potter, and believe the results of repetition and hard work will become apparent in games. This absolutely blows my mind. Training's been excellent, apparently, lads. Training's been excellent. Training's been absolutely top-notch. If they think those training sessions are top notch, God forbid that they watch a training session under Pep, that they watch one under Klopp, Jose, Conte, Simeone. Their eyes would pop out of their heads. These guys, their eyes would pop out of their heads if they witnessed a training session from any of those managers, right? You call those training sessions excellent, bloody hell. Goes to show that I don't think they understand the sport. I don't think they've understood exactly what they've bought into. I don't think they've understood exactly how intense it needs to be to succeed in the Premier League. I don't think they understand. I'd like to think they do. They are multi-billionaires for a reason. They are successful people. But I'm sorry, I read that, I think, nah, you ain't got a clue what's going on, mate. In this domain. In business, you absolutely know what you're doing. Hence why the transfer window, none of us had a complaint about. But talking about saying the training sessions are excellent, we would not be in 10th place, losing to 20th, bottom of the league, managerless Southampton, in the manner that we did, if training was excellent. Let me just say that right now. And then there's this. This is absolutely mind-blowing. This is... hold on to your seats for this one. You're gonna love this. Chelsea have studied how Tsiki Begiristain, if I've said that correctly, worked closely with Pep Guardiola to recruit the right types of players and then gave the Spaniards time to integrate them and bring out the best in them. I can't believe we're comparing Graham Potter to Pep Guardiola. Ladies and gentlemen, we are comparing Pep with Graham Potter. We are comparing what worked at City whilst they were backing Pep Guardiola with us and Graham Potter. If we just copy and paste what they've done at City, it means the same thing is going to happen here. That tells me these guys, it makes me worried. I'm not being ultra dramatic here. I'm being real. It makes me worried. This isn't a laughing matter anymore. I'm actually starting to get a bit scared. If this is how we're thinking, it worked for them. That's how they did it. Also, it must work here too. Even if this gaffer doesn't know what he's doing, it's fine. It worked with Pep and City, and we got to do the same here, and we will be successful. Then I'm sorry. This is going to be a very long ride. Wow. What has happened to this football club? What has happened? Anyway, the lads had the day off. Let me know what you think in the comments about that last one, by the way. I'm mind blown. Absolutely mind blown. Recruit the right types of players for Pep Guardiola means if we recruit the right types for Graham Potter, we're going to be in the same place. Fantastic logic. Okay. As I said, the lads had a day off. 2, for that matter. This is from Thiago Silva. The work continues with a facial expression that pretty much says it all, doesn't it? I mean, he does not want to be at home training in his home gym. He wants to be at training. And I completely support that. And you can see he wants to train. So the fact that they're taking a day off is absolutely ridiculous. People are going to say, it's to clear their headspace and whatnot. Why did we get the mentality monster into the flipping club then? Why did we get that guy from New Zealand? Is he just to put on the wall as decoration or something? I thought he was trying to fix the mentality. I thought he was trying to get into some of the players' heads. I thought he was trying to maybe have one-on-one conversations with them or to try and spot where the problem is. No, everyone just gets a day off. No, just get a day off. It's fine. Forget the fact we got embarrassed against Southampton at home. No, day off. Have a day off. Thiago Silva wants to train. He can't, so he's at home and he's training by himself. Fair play to him. He puts in the work. That's serious. That's mentality. You want mentality? That is it. Guarantee the other lads are probably with their families, just thinking about having to go to training tomorrow and wishing they couldn't. Here's Thiago Silva's missus with a little bit of activity on Twitter, which was very interesting. She liked this tweet saying, "Can you ask Silva to coach our club himself? Because we have a deadbeat tacticless coach who doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't even understand this is Chelsea Football Club. He thinks he's still at Brighton." Belle Silva, Thiago Silva's missus, liked that tweet. So that scores a little bit of a stir. I'm sure she knows things, of course. And the fact that she does like that means that I'm sure that opinion is definitely with Thiago Silva and he knows what the hell's going on. For people that can't read the situation, you think players are happy? You think players in the dressing room are all just like, yeah, no, it's fine. This is okay. We'll go again against Spurs. No. Everyone will have their own reaction, but you can bet half of the squad do not want to be there right now. 100%. That dressing room is broken. You could see the way they were coming out for the warm-up against Southampton. Azpilicueta was the only one. And if Thiago Silva was there, he'd probably be doing the same. I could even say the same for Reece James, because Reece James has that thing about him where he goes for every single game no matter what. He doesn't really care. He just wants to put in a good performance. Fair play to him. But Azpi was the only one, as a captain should, before the warm-up, turns to everyone in the tunnel. Come on, lads, let's go. Come on. And he goes up onto the pitch, and he's literally sprinting up the stairs onto the pitch. And everyone else couldn't be asked. They couldn't be asked. I mean, I can't blame him. It's like going to work and just not wanting to be there. I don't blame. And I know there's an element of you play for the badge, you play for yourselves, and it's true. There's a level of professionalism that you have to uphold. But when you go to training and you go to game after game and these results are happening week in, week out, I mean, it's that the whole mood just crashes. Of course, you're not going to be motivated, even though, you motivate yourself, but you can only do that as much as you can. You can just see the body language is off. They don't want to be here. There's one constant here that will help relieve the situation immediately, and that's to get rid of Graham Potter. Now, let me show you to end this. This is going to scare you. Chelsea's manager's Premier League record over the last for 30 years or something. Here it is. Unbelievable. Graham Potter, 29.4% win percentage. That's just ridiculous. Frank Lampard of a transfer ban for season had 49.1. AVB had 48.1. Ian Potterfield had a higher percentage. And he managed Chelsea in 92. He was the first manager in the Premier League era to get sacked. And he got sacked because we won 1 in 15. Was it 1 in 15 or 1 in 12? 1 in something like that. A stat, just like we're going through now. Ian Potterfield got sacked. He got sacked for it. Ken Bates at the helm at Chelsea, and he sacked Ian Potterfield. With us, nah. Graham Potter, now you're sticking around, mate. You're sticking around. I'm just going to say this, right? I'm going to say this because I'm convinced Potter needs to go. I don't mean that in a bad way towards him personally. I wish him the best. But Chelsea Football Club cannot be destroyed in the process. If we're talking about processes, if we ride through this process, we will end up in the gutter. I don't want us to end up in the gutter. I want us to actually achieve what I know this team is capable of achieving. You get a top-class manager in with these players, and I guarantee we're getting top 4. Guarantee. I can bet anyone will be getting top 4. So, I say we have to get rid of this guy. ASAP. Even if it means an interim for the end of the season. ASAP. Get rid of it because this could go south. In terms of the last 14 games in the Premier League, we are 15th. Or is it 16th? One of them. But that's where we are. It's relegation form that we're in right now. It's scary. And to think that we actually have another 14 games to play. Hold on to your seats. Hold on. I'm just going to say this because I think there's a little bit of a message in the writing that we got today. 3 games. The next 3 games are going to be key for the relationship with the fans to improve. I don't think it's that. I think it's 3 games for Graham Potter to save his job. And I think the owners have put that now. I think if we have to get a result against Tottenham, against Leeds, and against Dortmund. And if we don't, then I think it's at that point, it's a non-negotiable, untenable level. You can't even debate it anymore. I can't even come on here and be like, I think Potter should go. It should just be a case of, are you dumb? It has to be done now. Pull the flipping trigger. I'm saying pull the trigger now. I know what's coming. You think we're winning against Spurs? I will reserve that judgment. But let's just say I won't be surprised if we saw the Southampton result. We're going away to Spurs. Antonio Conte Spurs. Even though I don't think he's going to be there. But they end up probably playing better when he's not there, which is actually kind of mad. We're going to get a result. All right, Leeds, will we get a result? They're very physical. I'll just say that. And Dortmund, they're probably laughing. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Let me know down below how you see this going. And I've got a surprise. If you're old school, I don't mean old school as in you have followed me from the beginning of this channel. I'm talking if you have followed me from before that, right? You're going to get a treat tomorrow. You're going to get 2 parts. One on this channel and one on my special guest's channel. Where, let's just say we have to go a little backwards to go forwards. We've been in this situation before under a certain manager, and I remember what I was doing and how I took action, right? And what I decided to say. And a certain other YouTuber at the time decided to go along the same lines. And I'm going back to type, right? We're going to discuss. Video coming tomorrow. Be here for that. You might get a double upload tomorrow anyway, but there will be 2 parts. One on here and one on this channel. Find out who it is tomorrow. I'll see all of you then. Thank you very much for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash like button if you've enjoyed this, and I'll see all of you tomorrow. Have a good one, people. In a bit. Take care and peace.